the cost of dags. As dags increase, the dagginess of sheep increases. I mean, obviously there's more wool removed, and the process of crutching is slower. And also the other thing which happens, which is really an indirect cost involved with scouring and dags, is that the more producers are more likely to actually have larger crutches in their sheep in the hope of not having as much dags later on. Now, there's a direct cost of that because removing more wool in the sheep, which could be valuable fleece wool, it's either going into crutchings or it's shearing into more locks, and obviously a direct cost of the lower value of crutchings and locks. So in terms of, this is a table which shows the cost of dags going from a dag score 1 or dag score 0 up to dag score 5. Now, John Larson and a number of other people from McKinnon project with a number of trials over the years have got out there on the cradles and collected and weighed dags from sheep of a variety of dag scores. And I mean, obviously dag weight increases. Now, just that first line with the dag weight increases with higher dag score is that the actual yield of those of wool in those dags it goes from about 20 to 25% down to with the low dag score up to down to 15% clean wool when you've got a dag score 5 sheep. So there's more wool removed, and so that means less wool at shearing, fleece wool, and importantly the actual the time taken to remove the dag, so crutching time is increased. Now, it depends on what sort of rate, whether it's a flat rate crutching cost, but there's other staff involved with pushing up sheep and that sort of stuff. So the more daggy the sheep, the slower it is, and so the higher the cost of removing dags. And so that's an important consideration. And the other thing too is that typically, if you look at if you just remove the stained wool with minimal dags, you can do a pretty small crutch. But what actually happens in the higher rainfall areas, as I said, the average sort of area of wool removed is at least probably an extra 100 grams of wool. And so I've factored in a cost of just conservatively 50 extra grams of wool with larger crutches in areas where daggy sheep exist, and so in the southern high rainfall areas. And so adding all those costs together with the more wool removed, larger crutch size, and the lower value of that wool, obviously in crutchings and in locks at shearing, means that the actual, and this is based on current wool prices, the dag score increases to about, when it's up at 5, you're talking $2.50 plus for per sheep for the value cost of dags. So it is quite substantial when you've got really daggy sheep. It's certainly an important consideration. But now